Hi and welcome. Today I'm part of a hop to celebrate Keionna the Kraft Therapist's 500 YouTube subscriber. She's reached this goal on her YouTube channel, and several other YouTube creators are going to hop along with her today to celebrate. I'm going to be using these Gina K stamps. These are floral images, and they depict different flowers with different sayings. The first one was a peony, the second is a tiger lily, and this one is a rose. They're just really great for this technique. This is a watercolor background. You see that it has a shimmery, like pearl look to it. The colors that are in that background are pink and blue. I used Brutus Monroe aqua pigments in various different colors to achieve this effect. These watercolor panels I have already pre-made previously. I'm not going to show on this video how I do the watercoloring, but a lot of it is just smooshing the ink or the watercolors into the paper. What's nice about these watercolors is that they're highly pigmented with mica, so they give a metallic look, but like a shiny, shimmery look. And then this, which is a pearl color, has a lot of shine to it, and then the sterling has also a shimmery look to it. So that's how I achieve that effect. When Keionna decided that she was going to have this hop, she asked us to do a video on our favorite technique when it comes to card making. Well, I do enjoy making these watercolor backgrounds with the Brutus Monroe aqua pigments, so I reached for those, but also embossing. And so I'm going to be using different embossing powders on these stamps. And the first one here, I'm getting ready to emboss, and I'm trying to decide which color I want to use. I have Brutus Monroe embossing powders here that I'm looking at, and I'm going to go with the silver, which is sterling. It's a really great color of embossing powder, and it's a great go-to when you're doing watercolor projects. I'm just using Brutus Monroe embossing ink, and I'm going to go ahead and get this ready. So while I'm doing this, I wanted to let you know that by listening to these videos that are part of this hop, you have a chance to win 5 prizes. All prizes except the grand prize are open to U.S. and international residents. In order to win, you must comment on at least one video. But the more you comment, the more your chances are of winning. All winners must be a current subscriber of Keionna the Kraft Therapist. I will have her YouTube channel linked in my description box below. Winners will be chosen 1 week from the date of the hop, which is today is May 7th. So the winners will be selected on May 14th. And they will be selected on a video drawing on Keionna the Kraft Therapist YouTube channel. All winners will have 1 week from the drawing to contact Keionna to claim prizes. And here's some of the prizes. A $25 gift card to Simon Says Stamps, a $25 gift card to Honeybee Stamps, a $25 gift card to La La Land Crafts, 2 mini classes to Kit and Clowder, which if you're not familiar with Kit and Clowder, they teach you how to color using either Copic markers or pencils or watercolor pencils. And the grand prize is $100 worth of Cricut supplies. The grand prize is open to U.S. residents only. So this is an exciting time whenever you have a fellow YouTuber who reaches that milestone. And I think I just want to let you know these stamps that I have actually were given and gifted to me by Keionna. We participated in a swap on Handmade Happiness. Handmade Happiness is a YouTube group that you can join. The administrator for that is Courtney Krieber, and Keionna also helps a lot with that channel. But on Handmade Happiness, we had the opportunity to volunteer if we wanted to swap some gently used or new craft products from our craft room with another crafter. And it was a lot of fun, and Keionna actually was my swap buddy, and she sent me these really great Gina K florals. So thank you, Keionna. These were great for me because I like to make these types of cards where I have the watercolor and I emboss the watercolor and use different floral images for that. I just picked a sentiment from the stamps that it says, "You make me smile." And I'm going to go ahead and emboss that with my Brutus Monroe Sterling embossing powder. And I'm going to get that ready for the heat gun. Again, when Keionna asked us to participate in this hop, she said that we should pick a technique that is sort of our craft therapy, which there's so many different techniques that I like, but I do enjoy making the watercolor backgrounds. I like to make those and then let them dry and then just die cut them to a nice square and then have them ready for future cards. So here I have the sentiment and a frame. The frame I cut using rectangle dies, using glitter cardstock from Brutus Monroe. And the sentiment, I just had a sentiment die from Sizzix that I used to trim that. I'm going to then adhere the sentiment to the panel. I'm going to use just fun foam, just basically craft foam to give it some dimension and pop it up a little bit. But what I was going to say was that the watercolor technique, which I didn't do that during this video, what you can do is you get your watercolor paper and you make it wet. What I normally do is tape my watercolor panel down to a cutting board, and that way it doesn't warp and it stays flat for the process. So you get it nice and wet. I usually just spray it with some water. You don't have to saturate it, but you want to get it damp. And then you just drop your different watercolors onto that panel. And you just keep adding water and watercolors until you get the look that you like. I seem to gravitate towards the pinks and purples and blues. This watercolor background is it's a great thing to have in your stash and ready for when you need to make a quick card and you're just not sure of what background. And then what I liked about this was being able to use these different floral stamps that Keionna sent me and being able to emboss them with different colors of embossing powder and making them sort of like the focal point of this panel. Now, I don't do multiple cards in this video. I just do this one. You'll have to check my blog and Instagram to see what the other cards look like. At the end of this video, I do have still shots of this card that I'm making right now, plus one more that I made using this technique, but using the rose stamp set from Gina K. And I'm sorry, I don't know the names of those stamp sets off the top of my head, but I'll put them down in my description box. They're just really a great size for card making. So I'm using double-sided tape to make my frame so that I can adhere my frame to my watercolor panel. And then I'm just going to line this up so that I can keep it straight. Now this mat that I have has these great boxes that you can use to line things up. This is an alt new cutting mat. I don't cut anything on it. I just use it for filming. What I like about it is those boxes that are in the center, and also that there's no glare from my lights. I have lots of lights to be able to video and to make sure that you can see what I'm making. And the only problem with the glass mat is it has a reflection. It has a glare. So I had to, I like this alt new mat instead. And I'll have a link to that below. Doing the finishing touches on this card, which includes adhering it to a A2 size card base. And also I'm going to emboss the image on the envelope and then stamp the image in the inside corner of the card. I wanted to say, if you're new and you've never been to my channel before, I want to encourage you to subscribe. I'm getting close to 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. And once I get to that level, then I'm going to also have a hop and giveaways associated with that hop, so you don't want to miss that. So you could just please subscribe, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you ring the bell beside the subscribe button, you'll get notified whenever I post videos. That way you'll get to see when I get to 1,000 and when I'm going to be having the hop and the giveaway. So yeah, it's been exciting to be part of the Handmade Happiness group. And there's another group on Facebook called Team Tiny. So together we've been seeing a lot of people reach their goals because of the hops that we've been having. So that's been really a great thing. So we've been seeing a lot of people reach their goals of 500 or 1,000. We feel like we're a class that's going to be graduating together once we reach all of our goals. So I just put these little dots on the panel. They're just little gems from the Dollar Tree. And then my finishing touch is going to be heat embossing the floral on the front of this envelope. This is the envelope that I'm going to use to mail this card out to. And I'm just going to use that same sterling embossing powder. This was an idea that I received off of a fellow YouTuber. She sent a card to me. We were part of a card swap, and she heat embossed the outside of her envelope, and I thought it looked really nice. So I'm copying from Katie Ingram. And she was the one who did this and gave me the idea to try it. So thanks, Katie. Okay, I'm just getting my heat tool here and heating up that embossing powder, that silver. Again, this image is the same image as the card. And what's cool is this envelope, it matches the border of the card that I made. Now that I'm done embossing my envelope, I'm going to go ahead and stamp the inside of the card using the stamp set and VersaFine Clair ink in Twilight, which is the blue color. Well, I'm getting near the end of my video. I just want to say thank you very much for tuning in and watching. Please make sure you check out the next person on the hop, whose links will be below in my description box. And don't forget to become a subscriber of Keionna, the Kraft therapist, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel too, so that you can be notified when I reach 1,000. Somewhere around 750 right now. Once I reach 1,000, I'll be having giveaways too. I'm going to have you look here at the cards that I made with a still photo of each one. This is the one with the roses. Okay, thanks everybody. Have a great day. Bye.